All right, thank you so much for joining us, and of course, hopefully that you are having a very good start to your day. Joining me right now is Mr. Chendela Mukondo from the Patriotic Front media team, as we'll be looking at quite a number of issues, especially on what's been happening in our country as well. Mr. Chendela, thank you so much for joining me today. First things first, how is the mobilization really going?
Well, as you know, first let me just say I'm happy that I'm here, and then also allow me also to say good morning to our viewers out there.
Definitely.
And then also you yourself, good morning.
Thank you
know.
So I was expecting that you're going to get a cartel.
The mobilization is going on well, and the position where we stand is that we are following the strict directive from the Electoral Commission of Zambia, who has directly indicated that COVID or no COVID, the elections, they are going ahead, especially the ones in 2021. And for us, such an instruction, it was it's more like a direct say that you need to continue mobilizing under what the president said, the new normal. So basically with us, the mobilization is going on well, although we may have some hiccup here or there when it comes to following the international laid down guidelines, especially with the challenge of wearing the mask. So basically across the nation, it has been going on well, and I think the president has given a timely warning to our party structures that we must be seen to be committed when it comes to the fight against the COVID-19. So basically, so we are not looking at just mobilizing ourselves, but we are very much concerned with the health of the voter himself. So this time around, the mobilization is very unique in the sense that we are not only looking at the party itself and how people are looking at what we are doing and how we are selling our developmental agenda to our people, but we have to look at whom are we talking to this time, especially in this pandemic, the COVID-19. So it's really challenging.
Recently, your party has done very well in terms of local government elections.
Yes.
And especially in the perceived stronghold of your friends. How would you rate your performance so far in the elections that have been held?
In particular, the Western Province and then also the Northwestern Province, we have made some good inroads. And some of the things which other people don't have said so much or concentrated on, it's like another word, the by-election which happened in Southern Province, somewhere there in Choma. We are catching up even in Southern Province. We are no longer scoring as low as 272 on the presidential, but also on the ward level, we are able to amass about 400 votes. So basically, as a party, we are a growing party as a Patriotic Front. We started with 1 MP in 2011. We moved it to 47 in 2006. And in 2011, we had more than, close to about 67. Today, we are above 80. So basically, for us as the Patriotic Front, our aim is to make sure that we become 100% a national party. So with that indication, it is showing that the party has been now embraced as a national party, especially in Western Province. And for our friends, our colleagues in the opposition, it's unfortunate they have nothing to offer. And it means they have been there for the past 20 years. And they have failed to provide leadership. As you know, leadership, when it comes to politics, it starts on what level? That is the councillor and then the MPs. So basically, before we come even to the cabinet, who maybe constitute about 40 people, we have this leadership which is on the provincial level, on the district level, and then also on the ward level. And that's where we are. So when we are bragging and we are saying that we are per ground, this is what we mean. So basically with us, that is a litmus paper for the coming elections in 2021. We will do extremely well in rural areas, especially Western Province and Northwestern Province.
You're being accused of buying off councillors from the other parties. You're being accused of using state machinery to campaign. You're being accused of campaigning amidst COVID-19 whilst you are telling others not to meet in numbers and so on and so forth. What's your take?
Comrade, if you look at the case of Mansabombwe, we have a councillor who resigned. Does that mean that the opposition has bought that councillor? And in this COVID-19, who would risk he or her life to go and just camp in a certain ward until you buy off some people? And you know, this is the time when the resources are highly needed on a family level. Each individual needs money to make sure that the children, they go to school. Those who are using these applications, they are able to buy softwares here and there so that we can cope up with the new normal. But to hear people continue talking about the same that we have been buying these people, it's unfortunate. And how do you vote people whom we cannot see? Because all these councillors that they have been accusing us, we have been buying them. You go back to them today, they are ordinary people. They have gone back, in fact, to do ordinary work. I haven't heard of any councillor who has been employed as a driver, as Nkombo said. I haven't seen any councillor who has been given a vehicle or bought even any house. So basically, those who think that we have been buying these people, you know where money is. It's easy to trace. They can involve the ACC. This is the reason why we have also been talking about corruption should not be looked at in the cabinet level or at the ministerial level, but it should also be looked at that that level. You can involve the electoral commission, the ACC, so that at the end of the day, such practices are kept. And then also involve the electoral commission of Zambia, so that such vices, they are not entertained. So basically with us, those are named like excuses. They are excuses which do not hold any water at all. So these people have seen them, especially on the Copper Belt, they have been resigning. Those others who have been rescinding this decision find that they will go back to their secretariat to apologize. But they are not saying that I was given money. They just go to apologize, I didn't know what I was doing. So basically, if they have that evidence, why can't they go and to the ACC, they say this is the money that somebody had given them in the night. This is what happened. They go to the Electoral Commission of Zambia so that they can provide evidence that these elections, they have been induced as opposed to having it in a normal way.
Interesting. We have 2 parliamentary by-elections coming up, Mansabombwe and of course Lukasha by-elections,
yes,
after the demise of the 2 honorable MPs in the same day. How do you think your party is going to perform, especially that we are expecting to see more numbers really of political parties also take part, not only the PF and the UPND, but we might see other oppositions as well take part? Do you think you are going to scoop the 2 by-elections?
Definitely, we are going to scoop the 2 by-election, but this also saves on our part, especially that in Lukasha, we are going to gain. It will mean that we have reclaimed back the seat, because the honorable person was an independent. So basically, for us, as I said, we are a growing party, and to reclaim that seat, it shows that we have continued on our positive route to carrying on this banner to the nation across the divide. So basically, as the PF, we are very much ready, and we have strategically put our people on ground so that we go out immediately. The date is set, we'll get to know when we have to move on the ground. But basically, if you have seen, we have done already our selection processes, making sure that we have picked the best people to represent us. So basically, as a PF, especially, I don't want to use this word of stronghold, but basically, that is our bedroom. So we don't expect the opposition, one which is coming from the UPND, to make any impact there. Because if you see, we have had the by-election in Wapula, they have performed extremely bad. And another one which happened on the island, before the COVID came in, they performed extremely bad. So basically for us, we are very confident. And we have selected, I think we have the best of cream.
You think the two leaders who have been selected to represent the party in Mwansabombwe and Lokasha are good enough to, one, get you the numbers that you need, two, get you the two constituencies?
Yes. Because of the process itself, it has been so transparent. And you know, this time around, it's these, if you look at the same people have been picked. They were there in 2011, they applied. In 2016, they applied. Like this, I'm calling cream of cream, it's the former Lazi president. He applied and he was coming out very good, but because of maybe a third hand, or is it the upper echelons, they had suggested to put an MCC who had failed then. But this time around, I think we have done our homework. We are going to reclaim that victory, that seat, with a big sound, which will echo to everybody, the way it had echoed in Chirubi Island. That we are.
Let's focus on Lokasha, since Lokasha wasn't your seat.
Yes.
It was under an independent MP, which it's not really easy for people to vote for somebody who is standing for nothing, who is just standing as an individual. Exactly, it's not easy. That's the reason why I think Mukonge, I think, did an amazing job, really. And even as he rests, wow, he is a great leader. So now, this time around, looking at Lokasha, what message are you going to be taking to people to convince them to say, this time around, congratulations for voting for an independent last time, but try us. What message are you going to be taking?
The message is very simple. As you know, the late honorable was part of the structure of the PF, but because of maybe the process wasn't good at that time in 2016. It was competitive, and as I said, we had opted to pick the MCC, who is now an ambassador in Brazil itself, and we worked together in taking development to that place. So it's like a continuation. The only problem which was there, that he was more like a rebel who had rebelled against the party. He didn't want to waste his time to remain as a bystander, but he opted to test the ground, and he was popular among the people. So he was a guaranteed leader, and a guaranteed leader who continued working with the Patriotic Front. So would have been very worried if the late was working with the opposition. But for us, he was an in-house child. So for us, it's continuing where he left. So our message is very simple to our people. We are continuing where Honorable Mukonge left. And everybody knows Mukonge was part of the party structures there. And his brother, his uncle, GBM, is with us. So basically for us, it's a simple job, and it's a straightforward message that we are carrying on to the people of Lokasha. Let us work together, this time as PF, so that the development, when it comes there, it won't be like saying, no, but you are independent, but will come a president. But this time it will be like, no, we have your own that you have voted in, and we shall support him flat out, as we have done in all other constituencies.
Wishing you all the best in the two by-elections.
Thank you very much. We are humbled, and I'm humbled once again. And our appeal to our people, especially those who are in Lokasha, let us go for the Patriotic Front. Let us continue where our brother left, because he was an in-house brother. So basically for us, as Patriotic Front, we are not afraid. We are going to continue where our brother left. But for the opposition, we are talking about a person who will be now like just a tree in a very big ocean. So basically that's what we don't want. We just want the whole ocean to be green, not to see anywhere red. I thank you.
All right, so that is Mr. Chendela Mukondo from the Patriotic Front, as we are looking at the review of the performance of the party in the recent by-elections, and of course what his outlook is when it comes to the next two by-elections in Mwansabombwe and Lokasha as well.